ये पानी हमारे खेतों के लिए बहुत फायदेमंद है।
अगर पानी मिलेगा तो खेती होगी।
गंदा था तो भी अच्छा था, मतलब हाथ नहीं लगता था ज़्यादा।
The voices of farmers remind us that for generations, water has nourished lands that provide food for their people. India, home to a growing 1.2 billion people, comprises of only 4% of the world's freshwater source. This 4% of finite resource is responsible for serving multiple demands like drinking water, domestic use, agriculture, and industrial use. Out of all these uses, according to projections by MOWR, irrigation requires the largest share of water to grow food. As cities continue to grow, large quantities of fresh water are directed towards them to meet basic drinking and sanitation needs. The National Water Policy of 2012 clearly identifies the need to allocate water for drinking and sanitation first, followed by allocation for other domestic uses and agriculture. This order of allocation, though necessary, creates a gradual imbalance. As more freshwater is diverted to urban areas, farmers are left with reduced supplies for irrigation, which is a growing challenge for agriculture in many parts of the country. But there has also been an alternative resource that has been in use since centuries for agriculture: domestic wastewater. Today, as water grows scarce, treated wastewater has become more than an alternative. It is a vital, dependable resource that farmers have every right to use.
एनवायरमेंटल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बात करें तो जब इरिगेशन के पर्पस से वो चीज़ पानी जाना है तो वो पानी की कहीं कोई ऐसा कहीं उस पर टेक्निकली या साइंटिफिकली कोई उस पर इफ़ेक्ट नहीं पड़ा है।
हमारे गांव में गंदे पानी से फसल अच्छी होती है और बढ़िया गेहूँ होते हैं और धान भी अच्छी होती है, खाद की ज़रूरत कम पड़ती है और आलू भी अच्छी फसल होती है।
तो कितने फीट पर पानी होगा?
पानी है ही नहीं है, और 40 फुट के बाद पत्थर लग गया तो उसमें चलाते रहो बोरवेल तो उससे पानी नहीं निकलता है।
कितनी ज़मीन होगी अपने गांव की लगभग?
वही होगी 100-125 बीघा बस पूरे गांव पे।
पूरे गांव पर?
हाँ।
इसमें ना कोई कुआं है ना कोई बोरवेल है?
कुआं में पानी ही नहाने।
तो सभी लोग नाले के गंदे पानी पर ही निर्भर रहता है।
Similar to Kaftan Singh and Balveer Singh, there are stories of farmers from multiple villages for whom wastewater has become the only dependable source of irrigation as more and more fresh water is diverted for cities' needs. Across India, many states now have reuse policies identifying where treated wastewater can be used. But like fresh water, wastewater too needs a clear priority, with agriculture at the top before other uses are considered. Gwalior stands out as a unique example, a city that has planned not just for treatment but also for how this water will be allocated and conveyed to farmlands. Gwalior's freshwater and agricultural needs have been catered through the Tighra Dam 17 kilometers away. But as the city grows, more of this water was drawn to meet the urban demands. The Gwalior municipality reached an agreement with the Water Resource Department. In exchange for drawing more dam water, the city would return treated wastewater to the fields, replacing the diverted freshwater once allocated for farmers. The recognition took shape through first identifying the deficit in irrigation for both Kharif and Rabi crops. Subsequently, these quantities were planned for reuse even before the establishment of treatment plants, ensuring that the water flowed directly from the STPs to the farmers. This foresighted planning guided placement of STPs along with canals, enabling water to reach distant farmlands. Downstream, on the banks of the Suvarnarekha river, which flows through the city of Gwalior, is the 145 MLD Jalalpur STP that treats and discharges its treated wastewater into two canals that carry the water further to the villages. Similarly, on the downstream of Morar River is the 60 MLD Lal Tipara STP, which also discharges treated water into the Morar River and Behta Canal that transports this water to the villages ahead. The recognition, planned conveyance, quantities, and infrastructure that ensure treated wastewater reaches farmers was strengthened because of the binding contract between the municipality and Water Resource Department. The agreement ensures lost irrigation water is replaced with treated wastewater, while securing farmers' water rights.
हमारे यहाँ जो रॉ सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट हो रहा है उसमें उसकी कैपेसिटी अभी अराउंड 100-105 mld के आसपास है। जो ट्रीटेड वाटर है हमारा वो मोस्टली हम इरिगेशन डिपार्टमेंट को देते हैं, जो अनुबंध है इरिगेशन डिपार्टमेंट का और नगर निगम का। और ये हमारा जो ट्रीटेड वाटर है ये अराउंड 100% हम इरिगेशन में ही देते हैं।
For farmers, the formation of this formal contract became a crucial institutional tool that secures them access to water for agriculture while meeting the city's growing water demand. The agreement does not just highlight water resource exchanges, it also establishes an economic balance that enables this exchange. Let us understand how this works. In 1 year, Gwalior requires a total of 124.06 million cubic meter of fresh water, amounting to a cost of 8.22 crore rupees, calculated at 0.66 per thousand liters. However, the municipality also returns almost 10%, that is 12.06 million cubic meter of treated wastewater at the same rate, which is reused in agriculture. As a result, the city pays the Water Resource Department only for the remaining 90%, that is 112 million cubic meters of water it consumed, bringing the total expenditure down to about 6.64 crore rupees. As cities are increasingly mandated to reuse more and more of its wastewater, this arrangement becomes an effective mechanism and opportunity for the municipality to reduce their costs at the same time meeting the required mandates.
नगर निगम ग्वालियर और इरिगेशन डिपार्टमेंट के बीच एक कोलैबोरेशन के तौर पर जो सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट है उसका जो ट्रीटेड वाटर है वो इरिगेशन डिपार्टमेंट को दिया जा रहा है एक ऑफिशियल कोलैबोरेशन के थ्रू। और इससे एक फॉर्मल कोलैबोरेशन होने से एक विधिवत प्रक्रिया अनुसार जो है एक पानी का सदुपयोग हो रहा है, उस पानी खानों के हित में उपयोग किया जाता है।
As we saw that the Gwalior case presents a very interesting story. But similar to that, what benefits could a formal and organized institutional system offer for managing and reusing wastewater, similar to how freshwater delivery systems have been established so far?
So far, municipalities or local urban bodies purchase or buy fresh water from Water Resource Department or Irrigation Department. And the relation between them is a seller and buyer. But when water and wastewater is looked together, it so happens that this becomes a circular relation. In the first go, the Water Resource Department is selling the water to municipality, and in the second circularity impact, municipality is selling it back to Water Resource Department. This is a wonderful example of circularity, and also it benefits the first users of wastewater, that is farmers. And as you know that the fresh water availability to farming is decreasing over time, and for food security and livelihoods of farmers, it is required that water should reach them. This can happen the way it has happened in Gwalior, by a formal relation, by providing water to these farmers.
Correct.
Currently, farmers are taking it informally, but making it formal would ensure that it is reliable and safe and timely, which would boost agricultural production.
Definitely.